Well, a massive welcome to you. What you're going to see here is real live footage of a Jinn being removed from a lady in Gunung Kidul in Java, Indonesia. What I want to emphasise is these are real people. Nobody's acting. And whatever you might believe is going on, all of these people actually believe that what is happening is very real. Now, you could describe this as an exorcism or Ruqyah by a dukun or shaman, but none of these are words that Pak Karno, our paranormal helper, would choose to use, and so in deference to him, I just see it as simply removing a spell. I've used the word Jinn, but even that is something fluid. You might wish to call it a demon, or a spirit, or simply just an energy. But whatever it is, it's something that's unwanted, either within the mind or the body, or possibly both. I do hope you enjoy it. Now, this is part of a new section to the magic of Java called The Real Magic of Java. In this new section, I'm going to focus on real people performing what they believe to be real magic in Java. I'll attempt to explain some of the elements of this Javanese magic, particularly what I describe as the Kejawen elements. However, I need to warn you that inevitably my explanations will be partial. Maybe sometimes some elements of what I say will be incorrect, for which I profusely apologise. But this reflects the oral tradition of magic in Java, the mystery, and at times, I have to admit, subterfuge surrounding the practice of magic in Java. Please accept my apologies, but I do hope you enjoy this new section. Now, a Genderuwo is a very large black spirit of Javanese folklore. Often it's sent to kill people. They're believed to be somewhat ape-like and hairy, almost, if you like, a paranormal version of Bigfoot. The Genderuwo is said to derive from the spirits of people who died violently, either by suicide, accident or murder, and didn't get a proper burial. Their spirits are stuck in this world, and those who lived as bad, evil people when they were alive will become evil Genderuwo, while those who were kind become good Genderuwo. Genderuwo like to eat crow satay and a sugar palm sweet called dodel. In fact, the ritual to raise a Genderuwo is to offer it satay made with crow whilst repeating a mantra. Genderuwo are said to kidnap people at night, especially if they're angry or tense at dusk. Now, whether Genderuwo actually makes one angry or the anger attracts it, I'm not sure, or even if it's simply a metaphor for a state of mind. Maybe this is the Javanese seeking a paranormal explanation for a psychophysical effect which is yet to be discovered and given a scientific name. But what I can tell you is that the effects are very real indeed. Some Javanese describe a female Genderuwo as a Genderuwo, although others believe this to be another spirit called the Wewe Gombel. A Wewe Gombel is the spirit of a woman, originally from Semarang in Java. She has very large, very, very large often, saggy breasts. This woman was abandoned by her husband after it was found that she was barren. She found her husband making love to another woman and killed him, after which she was chased out of her village, and as a result she committed suicide. She now seeks revenge by abducting children who've been mistreated or neglected by their parents. She does treat these children lovingly as a grandmother would, taking care of them and protecting them until their parents repent and they are then returned. However, the children are said to be fed on human excreta disguised as delicious food, as this makes the child mute and unable to recount their abduction. As you can imagine, tales of the Wewe Gombel are told to children, particularly in Java, but across a lot of Indonesia, so that they won't stay out too late at night, and they will return home, and also just to behave. Now, when we went to see the paranormal helper, Pak Karno, he explained that the Wewe Gombel in the home had actually meant no harm and was probably just passing by. Now, our neighbours leave food out for the spirits, and he believes that that's the reason why the home attracts so many spirits, such as the Wewe Gombel. The way to rid your home of a Wewe Gombel, but often they don't mean any harm, is to put down some coffee grindings. However, the lady that you're about to see had picked up a Jinn or some kind of spirit, which is what you will see Pak Karno remove. And this had been responsible for her having nightmares, arthritis, and quite prominent and large bruises appearing on her body without her having been hit. Now you're going to see Pak Karno removing the Jinn or the spirit from this lady. Pak Karno, I should explain that everybody in Indonesia has to have one of 8 formal religions that's put on their identity cards. And Pak Karno's religion is Catholic, whereas mine is Muslim. Although, of course, I used to be a Christian. However, both of us really see ourselves as Kejawen and follow certainly the same or very similar philosophies and very similar beliefs about religion. And now, Pak Karno is based in Gunung Kidul, but he gets visitors from all over Indonesia, and indeed some international visitors. I believe him to be totally, and I mean totally, ethical in what he's doing, and certainly that he believes in what he is doing. And now he must get asked to do some things which are somewhat unethical, but I cannot believe that he'd ever do them. So here we see him. This is typical of Pak Karno. He's putting his hands on that lady's hand, and he's using the light and love to feel if there is something inside her. And when he does, there you go, it's removed. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed this. Because these are real events, I can't say how regularly I'm going to be adding to this subsection. because I don't know how often they're going to occur. But I would imagine that they'll be at least every couple of months, maybe monthly. Now, if you'd like to know when that's going to be, please subscribe and hit the button, and you'll get information on when new ones are released. I'd love you to make comments and ask questions, and if you do, I'll attempt to answer them as honestly as I can. I promise you that there's no attempt on this channel, or this part of this channel, of me. There'll be no attempt by me at any type of subterfuge. I'll try to be as honest and open as I possibly can be. Inevitably, there will be some of you who disagree with my interpretation, and we can agree to disagree. But what you're seeing is real stuff here. What I'd love you to do, if you enjoyed this, is look at my other sections. Particularly, I've written novels about magic in Java, and they contain much more information in them, especially me trying to understand the theories of magic, the psychology of it, and I try and intersperse them with a sort of spiritual dimension. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and God bless you.